how to build a personal brand as a real estate wholesaler. Now, if you don't think building a personal brand is important, then you definitely need this episode. Even if you're just starting off, it's even more crucial. You should start this day one. This is part of your beginning strategy. So we're gonna go over not just why you need it, but how to do it very easily so it's not taking up hours of your day. You don't have to spend hours of your day on social media. It's very simple strategy, but by doing this as early as possible, you're gonna see how your business builds itself as you go forward. So I want you to shut off distractions, lean in, pay attention, and start taking action on this strategy today. As always, I'm your host, John Barbera, and I wanted to, before we got into this episode, let you know that I am going to be launching a mastermind where I'm going to break down. So this is pillar number 3 of the 9 pillars that I teach on the prime wholesale method. This method is making wholesaling much easier for everybody I teach it to. And not just making it easier, but you're making more money on each wholesale deal, because we tend to complicate wholesaling way too much. And I've been doing this for over 10 years now. I've done hundreds of deals, and I've developed a pattern that I've noticed that's very easy to wholesale for more than what you're already doing. So if you're already making 5 to 10 grand a month, this strategy is going to take you to making 30, 40, 50 grand a month. That's the goal with this. That's what you should be making. You should not be struggling to make 10 grand a month anymore. There's a very proven path that you can follow, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this mastermind. You're going to have access to Q&As with industry leaders. We're going to be doing case studies. I will be reviewing your calls with sellers, so giving you tips and different techniques on how to speak to sellers. I mean, it's going to be full of information and helping you to go from $5,000, $10,000 a month to, like I said, $40,000, $50,000 a month consistently. How to hire people, build systems, process, everything. So if you're interested in this, I want you to text the word mastermind to 210-794-9898, and we'll see if you're a good fit for the mastermind, because I am keeping it small. I'm keeping it so it's valuable for everybody that's on board. So as soon as I fill that quota, I'm shutting it down and keeping it just with those people. So make sure you jump on it as soon as possible. And with that being said, let's get into the episode. So why is it important to build a personal brand? The biggest reason to build your personal brand is if people do not know you exist, they can't do business with you. Social media has become the Better Business Bureau. If they don't find you on social media, if they can't see what you're doing on a regular basis, they're not going to know whether or not they can do business with you, or they can trust you, or even that you were in this business to begin with. I have a student that as soon as he started, the first thing he did was post on social media that he was doing this. He got 2 deals totaling $30,000 right off the bat. 2 deals from a high school friend that said, hey, I have my mom, I have my sister that they want to sell their homes, and they were distressed properties made for investors. It's that powerful. Because of our social media brand, I've been able to attract private money lenders since we started in this. We've raised millions of dollars in private funds because of our personal brand. You understand? This is how people get to know you, like you, and trust you. This isn't a nice to have. This is a must have. You must build a personal brand. Your brand is what's going to help you not just grow your business, but scale it to any level that you want. This is what's allowed me to go from a real estate investor to a real estate coach very easily. Because when I became a coach, people already knew who I was. They already trusted me. They knew that what I'm coaching you on, I've already done hundreds of times because they've seen the proof. They've seen me grind every single day. You understand? So that's the power of building a personal brand. If you're still not sold, then you got to ask yourself, what the hell's wrong with you? But it's powerful. Trust me, it's powerful, and every business owner needs it. So how do you start building a personal brand as a real estate wholesaler? Very simple. Just document what you do every single day related to real estate. If you're pulling lists to do some marketing, document it. Take a screenshot. Take a picture of yourself in front of your computer. Make a post. Hey, pulling a new list to start marketing in this area of San Antonio, of St. Louis, of Orlando, wherever you are. Simple things like that. You're going to go see a property. Take a picture of yourself in front of the house. It's important that you show up in the pictures, because then it could just be any random picture, right? So you want to be in front of a house, just take a quick picture. Be like, hey, looking at another property to assign. Any little thing that you do, take a picture and post it. You're just documenting what you're doing every day. You don't need to be an industry leader to start building the brand, because you're not necessarily sharing knowledge or resources or skills of the trade. You're just sharing your process. You're documenting your process. You go to a networking event, take a picture of yourself at a networking event, networking, looking for some more buyers, right? Looking for buyers. Every time I post a picture like that, or I post a picture in front of me of a house, like, hey, look at another property that I'm about to wholesale, I get buyers reaching out to me. And they're like, yo, if that turns out to be a deal, please let me know. I don't have to go looking for the buyers. They look for me. That's how I've been able to build a buyers list that's a quality buyers list that I've been able to rely on time and time again with very little effort on my part by doing the things that I do every single day. You go driving for dollars, take a picture of you driving in your car, taking a picture, yo, driving for dollars, creating another list, doing some marketing campaign, going to a property, meeting with a seller, signing a contract, got a contract, signing an assignment fee, got the assignment, closed on this deal, testimonials. Get testimonials as soon as you start in the business. As soon as you close your first wholesale deal, get a testimonial. Get a testimonial from your seller. Get a testimonial from your buyer. These are real techniques that you can put down on a checklist and work on this every single day. What am I doing today? As a wholesaler, every day you're doing something for your business. Even if it's the same thing every day, you document it every day. Hey, still pulling some lists. Hey, scrubbing these lists, skip tracing this list, calling this list again, hitting the phones again, still hitting the phones. It's the repetition. It's showing people like, yo, this person is really in this business. They're putting in the work. They're finding the list. They're consistent. Because that's one thing that if you've been in this business any amount of time, consistency is not really seen that often. We see people come in and go out of this business all the time. So seeing somebody that's consistent is so, so powerful. So you showing up every single day with a simple post, here's what I'm doing. A simple post, here's what I'm doing. Every single day, there are people watching. They may not be in, and this, I want you to really wrap your head around. You are not doing this for the engagement, okay? We're not doing this for the thumbs up, for the comments, for the shares. That's not what we're going for. What we're going for is impressions, that people see us. Because the bulk of my private money lenders, when I first got them, they will reach out to me because of my social media presence. And I could go back to all my social media posts. I never saw them engage with any one of my social media posts, but they were watching. The whole time they were watching what I was doing. You understand? So just because somebody's not engaging doesn't mean they're not watching. Ask this of yourself. How many times are you on social media and you follow somebody or you watch somebody or you see what somebody's doing, but you don't necessarily engage with the post? You read it, you saw it, you're like, oh, that's cool, but you didn't give it a thumbs up. You didn't put a comment in there, right? Just how you do that, everybody does the same thing. We're just a lot of people just consume social media, but it is what it is. So they may not engage with you, but it doesn't mean they're not watching. So I don't want you to put your metrics on what the likes and the comments are, because that's irrelevant. What matters is that people are seeing you be consistent. And you're going to see how that starts playing out. I used to have a funny story. I would show up at a networking event when I first started, and people were like, man, John, you're just killing it, man. I see you everywhere. And I was starving at the time, and I wasn't posturing like I was killing it. I wasn't like closing another deal. No, I was just showing people that I was out there every single day. I was driving for dollars. I was door knocking. I was making calls. I was pulling lists. I was going to networking events. To them, they interpret it as I was killing it. So what this did is it made other wholesalers want to partner with me on deals. Buyers want to get on my list. Private money lenders want to lend me money. So as I started growing my business from wholesaling to fix and flips to buy and holds, it was so easy to grow and scale because the people that I needed help from were all ready to help me because they all believed in me already. They're like, this guy's putting in the work. You understand? And I was struggling financially, but I was putting in the work and they could rely on me. You understand? So that's what the value of building the personal brand did. And by just simply documenting. Now, that leads me to this. Don't pretend to be something that you're not. Because just how people like to see that you're being authentic and consistent, they can tell when you're full of shit. Because somebody that's been doing this for any amount of time can tell when somebody's full of shit. And it's very easy to see on social media because we see it all the time. You can spot unauthentic people all the time on social media. It's very easy to do because these are the people that are always like trying to flashy shit, post in front of their cars and all that. And it's all posturing. The people that are actually doing, they're showing you that daily grind. They're showing you that work that you know. If you've been in wholesaling for any amount of time, you know what it takes. You know that it's pulling up spreadsheets and filtering and cleaning up a list and skip tracing a list and making hundreds of calls and getting a bunch of FUs and not interested and leave me alone. You know, it's that kind of grind, going to these properties. And when you show up, they stood you up. You know, the seller never showed up, or worse yet, I've had it where I've showed up and the person that told me to show up to the house wasn't the actual owner. They were just messing with me. So I show up and like the owner's like, no, I never spoke to you. I was like, damn, you know, they got me. And it happens. Like it's a part of this business. But that's how people know whether you're being authentic or fake. You understand? So don't be fake because that's going to destroy your brand and your reputation. Be authentic. It's good to be you. It's very cool to be you because who you are, people can relate to. People cannot relate to somebody that's being fake. You understand? They can't relate to that. It doesn't make sense. So don't be fake. Be yourself. Another simple technique that I cover in our course is that join as many real estate investment groups in your city as you can. Join them all. And participate as often. Ask questions. You know, if you really don't know what's going on, what's the best skip tracing service? What's the best service that you guys use for pulling lists? Because the more you interact and engage with these Facebook groups, the more people see you from that area that you are participating and actively doing things in the business. And it has an added benefit that the more you participate, the more you're going to learn about your market. You're going to learn what people are using, what they're not, why, how, you know, what software, what services, because they're always changing softwares. The services are always changing. It's always something different. So you want to make sure that you're always testing out what are people using? Why are they using it? What's working? What's not? And then you, with the people that respond and that you see that you're kind of like these people are serious, send them a friend request, become friends with them, DM them, build a connection. Because the whole point of building a brand and everything is that you build a network that's powerful to helping you build your business. As you build your wholesale business, you're going to need your network. Because when you need real estate attorneys, title companies, contractors, agents, insurance, whatever you need, you're going to get it from your network. You're not going to get it from Google. You understand? You're going to get it from the people that you've done business with or that you trust that do this business day in and day out. And they're going to tell you who they use to run their business, who they've been using for years to form an LLC, to, you know, stop a foreclosure, to file an affidavit, whatever it may be. You want the right attorney. I have a list of 4 or 5 different attorneys I use for different situations. Not all attorneys, not all real estate attorneys are meant to do everything. You understand? So we have different attorneys for everything. And each attorney has come from my network, from somebody in my network that's been recommended this attorney. And even right now, we're switching from the attorney we used to use for TRO, for temporary restraining orders, to another attorney because the one that we were using was charging us $2,500. We found one through one of my students that he's charging $1,500. We're like, hey, let's go. You know, that's $1,000 less. So let me go to that guy. You understand? And that comes from the network. My student found him because of the network that he's building. So this is why building a personal brand helps you build that network that you need. And in turn, it helps you build that business. We have deals coming to us from all over the place. Just yesterday, we locked up a property that came from somebody within our network that has been following us and everything on social media. And he says, hey, I have a property on this side of town. I need some help taking it down. Oh, we went to look at it. We got it and we took it down. You understand? Now we're partnering with him on that deal. We also do marketing. We also do other things, but that's the power of having a personal brand, is that now you have deals and leads and buyers and money lenders coming from all over the place, not just from one sector. Now, the last thing I wanted to cover was, when do you do these posts? Every single day, as consistent as possible. Now, If you can do it multiple times a day, do it. But what I prefer is whatever you choose, you're choosing something that you can be consistent with. So if you can do it daily and that's what you can do and be consistent with, then do it once a day, every single day. Be consistent with it. That's the biggest key. People need to see you every single day. Not you post today 3 times and then you don't post for another 2 days. And then you post again a few times and then you don't post for another a few days. That doesn't help you, you know? And even if we want to get kind of nerdy, when you go into the algorithms of Facebook and Instagram and all that, you want to make sure, like, they want consistency over the amount of times. If you can be consistent and post more, they like that even more, right? But consistency is key. So you want to make sure you're consistent. And the bonus tip that I'm going to share for you for real estate wholesalers is, out of all the social media platforms, if you can choose one to focus on, it's Facebook. Facebook is by far the biggest platform that has helped me and all my students build their business, because Facebook, you have the Facebook groups and you have the bulk of the people on there doing business consistently. Instagram, it's about pictures. TikToks, I mean, they're still figuring it out. But Facebook is where you can do a lot of real estate business. In there, you can get into the groups. People are posting properties for sale. They're asking questions. There's more business being done on Facebook. So if you don't know where to start with Facebook. 1 post a day. Document your process. That's all you have to do. Don't get fancy. Don't get crazy. So if you like this video, if it brought you value, make sure you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, I gave you my phone number. Text me 210-794-9898. Comment below, whatever it is. Reach out. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you take your business from where it's at to where you want it to be. Let's work on this together. Let's make 2024 the year that marked for you that difference in your business. All right. So with that being said, I'll catch you on the next one.